Step two is just the logical extension from step one. It's not actually that different. They're pretty connected, right? Is once you've tried it out and figured out if it's too hard, too easy for you, it's finding your actual personal tier, most appropriate level of challenge. And remember, this is where it should hurt a little bit, okay? So again, when we're working out, if I can't do a push-up regularly, then maybe I'll do knee push-ups. If a regular push-up is a little too easy for me, maybe I'm gonna modify it, right, or move up in different tiers. Okay, if I'm doing squats, maybe I'll adjust those, right? There's all these different exercises. You try them and you find your progression at a slightly easier or slightly harder level until you get that right level of burn, right? That right level of pain that you're burning a little bit, but it doesn't hurt like crazy and you're not injuring yourself. Um, but again, it's challenging you enough that there's a bit of a burn because for exercise and growing muscle, right, you have to have that burn because that's an indication that your body is sort of fighting through it and adjusting so that it can regrow stronger. Same thing with your brain. That level of challenge and having those mistakes, messing up a little bit, is the same thing in your brain, telling it your brain, okay, I need to fix this connection, clean it up, and make sure I strengthen this. Okay, so if we're talking about dividing fractions, how do we find the appropriate level of challenge? Okay, so we try dividing fractions. Say it's too hard for me. Okay, I can't divide straight up. Well, so then maybe I'm going to take it back a step and practice multiplying fractions. Okay, and then if that's a little difficult, it should be a little hard for me, I'm struggling. All right, now I'm going to practice those until I master that. Then I'm going to move on to the next step, which is dividing. Because really dividing is just finding the inverse and multiplying it. Okay, so I'm going to do that. Maybe multiplying is too hard for me. Then I back it up another step, right? Now I got to work with fractions in a different way. Maybe I just need to become familiar with fractions in general, right? So there's different layers. I need to find the layer for me that hurts a little bit, but not so much that it's just frustrating and I'm not getting anywhere. Okay. On the other hand, if I do dividing fractions and I can, it's really easy for me. Well, now I'm going to move the next step. So now maybe I am going to involve fractions in different kinds of word problems or something like that to challenge myself a little further. Again, finding that right level of burn that's hard for me. Maybe if it's too easy, now I'm going to move up, keep moving up until I'm doing algebra or something like that, right? But again, you're always trying to find that right level for you. So it's really important. And this is where a coach, right, or a teacher is really going to be helpful. If you're struggling at finding that right level, that's okay. You need to find someone that can tell you, hey, here are the different levels, try these different things out, and we work from there. All right, that's why we have teachers and coaches. We got to work with them to figure out what our right level of challenge is.